Hello fellow gamers, my name is Zabby and I have a review of Subcom 2 for you today. So, like the previous video, I will start with the pros and move on to the cons. So let's talk about controls, shall we? The controls are smooth, they're responsive, they're sleek, they work, they're smart, everything's clean, easy to get to, no problems there. Has a good control scheme. If you've played an RTS before, you will have no problem with this game. It should just be like riding a bike. Understand how to play it. It's quick, responsive. You get the point. It has a lot of diversity when it comes to units, when it comes to maps, and when it comes to factions. Each faction has a unique and interesting way of doing things. For example, the UEF feels very Earth-like, very Terran in many ways, whereas the Aeon are, well, alien. I don't really know how else I should put it. They feel alien. They have units that float around the map, can hover over water. They don't have a navy, unlike the first game. And it adds to the atmosphere, and that never hurts. Always a pro. Each faction has its own strengths as well. For example, the Cybran is very geared towards its navy, seeing how you can research, and each faction may have less of something. Like the Aeon have no navy, the Cybran seem to focus less on experimentals than the Aeon. The Aeon have many more experimentals. And the UEF sort of have a mishmash of everything. At least that's what I got out of it. The game has a unique visual style. When you're playing this game, you feel like it's Subcom. You know it's Subcom. It just is. If you played the first game, it does have some improvements, but it still feels like Subcom. The audio also has to do with this. The audio is new, it's slightly cleaner, and it still sounds amazing. The audio's clean, sound effects are awesome, work well with all of the little pew pew lasers. Um, and it is fun to play overall. I mean, you really can't complain if the game is fun itself. Especially when you're playing with friends over multiplayer, that is where you will get the most fun out of this game. It's where its strength really lies. Let's move on to the cons, now that we've gone through most of the pros. Well, first of all, I'm sure that if you've read any reviews of this game, the first thing you're going to see complained about is the campaign. And let me just tell you off the bat that the campaign is really just thrown in there. It is pretty cheesy. The voice acting is no. The voice acting's funny. The story is, well, I'm not going to call it a story. Let's just put it that way. The single-player skirmishes get boring very quickly when playing against bots, and for new people, playing multiplayer with strangers usually ends badly, and it takes a while for people to adjust. Something that should be kept in mind, not really a con. But most importantly, when people are looking at this game, they complain about one thing that I repeatedly have heard over and over again, and that is that this game is not Subcom 1. No, it's not. Not by a long shot. Is changed. It's not Subcom 1. They use a tech tree, whereas tech tech tiers were used in the first game. Now they're using tech trees. So it's different. To be honest, I don't really care. They both work, just in different ways. I enjoy them both. I'm not going to compare them side by side because, to be honest, I never really got into the first game. Not as deeply as I've gotten into this game, at least. So it'd be unfair for me to compare them with my lesser experience of Subcom 1. So, overall, this game deserves a score of "Your wallet is ready." I say this because it is not an expensive game by any means. And if you play this with friends, whether it be one other friend or 3 other people, then it will live up to the amount of money you spent on it. It's a great deal. It's worth the money. It's not the most best it's not the best graphical display in an RTS ever, but it still lives up to modern standards, and it is a very decent RTS by my standards. Thank you for watching this review. Please subscribe to the channel and feel free to like and or comment this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, then please subscribe to the channel for more reviews in the future. Feel free to press that big thumbs up button and go ahead and leave a comment. Leave some constructive criticism. And as always, have a great day.